Good morning, everybody. Here in Kansas City at the yard, and we're gonna go to Walmart and go get some groceries. These are the groceries I bought at Walmart. Hello, everybody. What do you want to talk about? Me? I'm hungry, so I'm gonna show you what one meal is for a truck driver when he's trying to be healthy. Here we go. Here is what a truck driver's fridge maybe looks like. It's what mine looks like anyways. So let's make some food. So now I got everything ready. So you can tell I'm having salad, some croutons, some cubed ham, some cottage cheese, some mild cheddar, my favorite, and of course the worst thing that there is the ranch. Now I don't know if y'all know me yet, but you'll tell over time ranch and me are best friends. It's probably totally unhealthy and probably half of my problem right now. So if I figure out another dressing, that would be nice. We'll see. So here's what the end result looks like. Looks pretty good to me. I'm gonna do what you guys are doing now, and I'm gonna go watch some YouTube. See you after I'm done. And my supper was very good. Now it's time to go to the bathroom. So we're out here doing my daily walk. Then we got done using the restroom and eating. Out here doing my inspection. So I'm looking at the tires, make sure nothing's wrong with the tires. I'm looking at my mud flaps. I'm looking at the skirting. I'm looking at the side of the trailer, make sure no one hit me on that side while I was sleeping. And now I'm getting ready to look at the tires, and I'm gonna look at the hub seals, make sure nothing's leaking. I looked at the back mud flaps. Now I'm gonna come around, sure no one ran into me while I was sleeping. Sure my DOT bumper was okay. Come around, I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. Check the tires, check the seals, hub seals. And now I'm gonna walk on the other side and check the skirt. And I'm gonna check the trailer walls, make sure I ain't missing no rivets. Make sure I have a mud flap. Make sure my trailer is hooked in. So right here, I'm looking at a lot of things. I'm looking to make sure there ain't nothing spilling underneath the truck, oil. Checking, make sure nothing ain't cracked, bent, or broken. Make sure there ain't no abrasion or bulges. Make sure my lights are working. Make sure my bumper's on. Make sure my lights are good. Do the same thing over here. Make sure all my fluids are good. So if you ever want to know what a truck sleeper looks like, this is what it looks like. My bed's not made. I just got up. That was a CPAP machine. I'm on a CPAP. Getting ready for the day. Okay, we finished that load yesterday. I gotta do my paperwork so I can get paid. This is what my paper looks like. So I can get everything transferred and make some money. This whole thing's got to be filled out with my trip, my tractor number, my name, the trailer number it was on, the day I picked it up, the day I dropped it off, where did I come from with it, I picked it up where, I dropped it where. Any of these here do anything with me? I don't think so. None of this. And then this is my bill. Okay, we're gonna talk about trip planning. and how important it is to truck drivers to do trip planning. I ain't going to talk about everything. I'm going to try to talk about a lot of things. First thing I'm going to talk about is the weather. You must make sure that the weather is okay where you are going to drive. There are several apps. The weather app, Trucker Weather, are two of the good apps that I use to make sure of the weather. Now, if you're a YouTube person and you're watching this like I am, there's also Ryan Hall. Now, that guy has gotten me out of a pickle or two. The storm that hit Lincoln, Nebraska this year, I about got into that tornado with my wife. Okay? If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have stopped at the coffee shop. I would have been down there in the industrial area where it hit, the tornado hit, knocked over the train, took out the building. We ended up going down there right after the coffee shop, and it went through, and that interstate was closed. Which leads me to the next thing. Make sure you know what route you are taking and how to get out of there. I was in a car that time. I'm glad I wasn't in a semi. How would I got out of there in a semi? I would have had to have stopped, looked at my GPS, Google Maps, my Atlas, my Garmin, something, and said, okay, well, I'm going to go down this road to the quick stop. I'm going to take a left. I'm going to go down to the second stoplight and take a right, and then I'm going to jump on 77 and keep going. Now, that's how I got out of that mess. But let's say the highway's closed because of snow and a bunch of trucks got shut down, or shut down the interstate. You're going to know how to have to get out of there. So you're going to have to know every route possible. You're going to have to know truck stops. I mean, there's an app for truck stops too. Trucker Path is what I use to know where every truck stop is. There used to be little big blue books out there for truck drivers to know where every stop, mom and pop stop is. They upgraded to an app called Trucker Path. The best thing to get while you're out on the road. With Trucker Path, it can also tell you where your fuel stops are. It can also tell you how to get to your fuel stops. Your work or job may have the GPS already set up for every fuel stop. You may have to do what they say. How many gallons are you going to get? Does it say get 50 gallons? Does it say 97 gallons? Does it say 146 gallons? You're going to need to know this before you get on the interstate and you don't have no fuel, and then you end up getting broke down and have to call Lowe's to bring you a gas can. Another thing is take enough breaks or the rest areas. Trucker Path tells you where every stop is along the way. Get out every 3 hours, at least my suggestion. I learned this the hard way. And walk for at least 10 minutes. Go to the bathroom, walk around your truck twice, make sure the tires are good, make sure your lights are still working, make sure your load's secured with the seal. Do jumping jacks, do something. Otherwise, your body's going to eventually give up on you. And this is not going to be good as a truck driver. The biggest thing is just know your vehicle. Know what you're capable of doing. Follow every device you can. Just don't use an Atlas. Just don't use a Garmin. Just don't use Google Maps. They will all be a tool. Use them all together, and you should be okay. As I said, I don't know every answer for trip planning, but those are the biggest things I could say. Just know where you're going, know how to get in and out of your shipper. Know what your shipper is going to require when you get there. Is there going to be a security gate on this side or that side of the building? Is the road going to be closed to get there? Last night I had a bridge closed and I had to go the back way to get into my shipper. So you're going to have to use Google Maps or the Garmin or the work GPS that they give you and make sure they all got the same thing. Make sure you're going on a truck route. Make sure you don't go under a 13-foot bridge. I mean, I'm telling you, it's not going to be a pretty day if you do. Most trucks and trailers are 13.6. So anything under 13.6, you got to make sure that you don't go under that. Those are just a few things that I got on top of my head. This is the first video I'm going to do like this. So hopefully I get better, so I can give you more trucker information. Thank you. A big topic. If you get into, you got to know what the traffic's doing. Is it rush hour? Is it 2 hours before rush hour, and when you get in 2 hours later, are you going to be in that rush hour? Should you stop for a 30-minute break and do your walk around? Get exercise, use the bathroom. Maybe that extra 30 minutes will push you out 30 more minutes so you don't get stuck in like Indiana on 435 or something and be stuck for 20-30 minutes or more. Okay, now I'm going to check Google Maps. And I'm going to check my GPS, trucking GPS, and make sure they all say the same thing. I'm going to check Google Earth and make sure I know where the entrance and exit of the place is. Now right now I'm doing my trip planning, trying to figure out where I'm going. I'm going to get on the 210, I'm going to get on the 435, I'm going to go down 435 for a ways. Let's see where I might get off here, hopefully in a minute. We'll keep going 435. $435. You see on there. Yeah, got away from what I was doing. 435, 435, 435. Oop, we're gonna get on and off ramp right here, and we're gonna get on 35. Take 35. We'll be assuming 35 south, and then we're gonna get off right here onto Highway 7. We got Highway 7. We're coming to Tyson Foods. Now that I got everything figured out and looked at, hopefully I'm ready to go. Unless there's some wreck or something that happens between now and then. Ready to go. Pick up my load at Tyson Foods in Olathe, Kansas, and bring it all the way to Denver. For some reason, my fuel card will not let the fence go up so I can leave. So I'm going to have to call dispatch and see if they'll open it up. But luckily, another truck driver was wanting out, and they helped me out by using their fuel card so I could get out. Well, if you watched this far, I want to thank you. Have a good day. And this is the end of the video. What you doing?